A Tale by Viseshwar Prasad Koirala. About the author. D.P. Koirala was born in Banarasi to Father Krishna Prasad Koirala, a follower of Mahatma Gandhi. When he was asked how he became interested in politics, Koirala said, "There was politics in the blood of my family. My father had to leave Nepal when I was 3 years old. Everyone in the family had to leave Nepal and had a warrant of arrest against him. Our entire property was confiscated. We were in exile in India for 12 years. So I had my schooling in India and thereafter I joined my college there. In 1934, he completed his bachelor's degree in economics and politics from Banaras Hindu University. While still as a student, he got involved in the Indian nationalist movement and in 1944 he joined the Indian National Congress. In addition, B.P. Koirala was the first democratic Prime Minister of Nepal. He established the Nepali Congress Party and also overthrew the 104 years of Rana regime. Summary in English. A Tale by B.P. Koirala is an ancient story. It talks about the relationship between God and a man in the very past. The sage wants to break social norms and values in the one hand, and he wants to achieve godhood and happiness in the other hand. Therefore, he selects to live in jungle, leaving the human society. Among men, he feels among men, he feels the path of godhood is blocked by social obligations and by the love of family and friends. So to win supreme knowledge and godhood, he goes to dwell alone in the remote jungle. As the sage arrives in the remote jungle, he feels thirsty. Then he goes to near stream and drinks the water. He gets involved into tough and deep penance. The interesting thing is that time passes, seasons change, the leaves of trees become new, birds make nests on his beard, grasses under him get destroyed and again become taller than him. However, the sage never stops his penance. Because of his dedicated and struggleful penance, he gets victory over his body. It makes Indra to break the penance. For that, Indra sends the most beautiful nymph, a beautiful girl from the heaven. As the nymph arrives in front of the sage from the heaven, she starts dancing in half-naked condition. When the sage looks at nymph and her dancing, he opens his eyes and deeply falls in love with her. He becomes so emotional that he could not control his sexual desire with her. It makes him forgetting to achieve godhood or doing penance, rather than decides to get married with her. When the sage and nymph both fall in love, then they get married, they decide to leave remote jungle and go to live in human society. Looking at such, king becomes happy and appreciates the sage. As they settle in the village, they got children, two sons, and become happy. They start helping their neighbors. In fact, they live with happiness and peace in the society. From all this, the sage comes to realize and experience the greater ecstasy, happiness and pleasure than his penance from the remote jungle. Summary in Nepali. यो कथा प्रसिद्ध नेपाली कथाकार बीपी कोइरालाद्वारा रचना गरिएको हो। कथामा प्राचीन समयमा मानव र ईश्वरको सम्बन्धबारे प्रस्तुत गरिएको छ। यस कथाको मुख्य पात्र एउटा साधु भिक्षु हो। भिक्षु एकातर्फ समाज, सामाजिक मूल्य र मान्यताबाट टाढा हुन चाहन्छ भने अर्कोतिर आफ्नो जीवनमा खुशीपन तथा ईश्वरत्व प्राप्त गर्न चाहन्छ। त्यसैले उसले मानव समुदाय त्यागेर जङ्गलमा बस्ने निर्णय गर्छ। उसले समाज, परिवार तथा सामाजिक तत्त्वले नै ईश्वर प्राप्त गर्न नसकेको अनुभव गर्दछ। त्यसैले उच्चतम ज्ञान तथा ईश्वर प्राप्तको लागि दुर्गम जङ्गलमा एक्लै जीवन बिताउने निर्णय गर्छ। जब भिक्षु दुर्गम जङ्गलमा आइपुग्छ, उसलाई तिर्खाको अनुभव हुन्छ। आफ्नो प्यास मेटाउनका लागि खोलामा गएर पानी पिउँछ। ऊ सबै कुरा त्यागेर तपस्यामा दत्तचित्त भएर लाग्छ। समय परिवर्तन हुँदै जान्छ। रुखका नयाँ पातहरू पलाउन थाल्छन्। उसको दारीजुङ्गा चराहरूले गुडहरू बनाउन थाल्छन्। जमिनको घाँस मर्दै फेरि उम्रिँदै ऊभन्दा अग्लो हुँदै जान्छन्। तर पनि उसले आफ्नो तपस्या छोड्दैन। त्यस्तो मन्त्रमुग्ध तपस्याले ऊ आफ्नो शरीरमाथि विजय पाएको महसुस गर्छ। यसले स्वर्गका राजा इन्द्रलाई उसको तपस्या भङ्ग गराउन पर्छ भन्ने कुराको सोच आउँछ। यसको लागि इन्द्रले स्वर्गबाट अप्सरा उसको अगाडि पठाउँछन्। जब अप्सरा भिक्षु अगाडि आइपुग्छिन्, उनी अर्धनग्न अवस्थामा नाच्न थाल्छिन्। जब भिक्षु अप्सरा तथा उनको नृत्यलाई हेर्छ, उसको आँखा खुल्छ र उनीप्रति माया मोह बढेर आउँछ। ऊ यतिसम्म उत्प्रेरित हुन्छ कि उनीप्रति यो इच्छालाई दबाउन सक्दैन। दुवैजना आफ्ना माया, इच्छा र चाहनाहरू पूरा गर्ने क्रममा भिक्षुले आफ्नो तपस्या तथा ईश्वरत्व सबै भुलेर जान्छ। बावजुद ऊ अप्सरालाई विवाह गरी जीवन बिताउने निर्णय गर्छ। जब भिक्षु र अप्सरा एक अर्कामा माया मोह साटासाट गर्छन्, अन्त्यमा उनीहरू विवाह गर्छन्। विवाहपछि उनीहरू जङ्गल छोडी मानव समुदायमा गएर जीवन बिताउने निर्णय गर्छन्। जब उनीहरू समाजमा आएर बसोबास गर्छन्, राजाले भिक्षुको क्रियाकलापप्रति प्रसन्न व्यक्त गर्छन्। उनीहरूले समाजमा बस्न थालेपछि उनीहरूको दुईजना छोराहरू साथ पारिवारिक जीवन बिताउन थाल्छन्। त्यसैगरी उनीहरू आफ्ना छिमेकहरूलाई दुःख सुखमा साथ दिन थाल्छन्। उनीहरू शान्त तथा खुसीका साथ समाजमा बस्छन्। अन्त्यमा भिक्षु एक्लै जङ्गलमा गएर तपस्या गरी जीवन बिताउनुभन्दा समाजमा परिवार, साथी र छरछिमेकसँग बस्दा नै बढी खुसी तथा आनन्द हुँदो रहेछ भन्ने अनुभव गर्छन्। लिटरल comprehension. The story, a tale by D.P. Koirala, is a very ancient story. At that time, human beings were in competition with the gods. People wanted to win supreme knowledge and godhood. Once, a man gives off the worldly life and goes to forest for penance. After much labor, he can cure his flesh and mind. The penance of the sage threatens the heaven. Indra, the king of gods, sends the most beautiful nymph to break the penance of the sage. The nymph comes near the sage. The sage is attracted by the beauty of the nymph. The sage breaks his penance. They get married and build up house in the society. They start living simple domestic life. They have also two sons. They help their neighbors, but the neighbors do not look them positively. Rather, they think the nymph as the cause of the downfall of the sage. Anyway, the sage experiences the better ecstasy in his domestic life than being alone in the remote village. Interpretation. This story challenges the Hindu notion of achieving supreme knowledge and godhood. It is not necessary to totally give up the domestic life for the ecstasy. People can experience the ecstasy even in the domestic life. Though neighbors never look them positively, the sage and nymph enjoy their life. This story also shows that domestic or social life is far better than lonely life. We get better happiness and pleasure when we live in society and fulfill our social and domestic responsibilities. Critical thinking. The story focuses on the importance of domestic life. It timely shows that we can never achieve godhood and ecstasy through penance. Lonely life and by living like the life of says. But true happiness and the essence of life can be achieved in social and domestic life. Similarly, the story rejects the idea that love, friendship, and sex are major obstacles on the way to godhood. However, some ideas are questionable in the story. Does God really exist? Are gods jealous? How could a nymph from the heaven live in this physical world? How could the penance of says threaten the king of heaven? Assimilation. While reading this story, I remember Susmita. Susmita is my friend. She always wants to go to temple. She is fond of worshipping. For her, worshipping is only way of getting happiness and pleasure in life. She thinks that relationship, marriage, sex, etc. are useless. She even does not like to talk about them. I think she is wrong in her ideas. It is because I have understood that real happiness and the essence of life can be achieved through relationship, marriage, sex, domestic and social life. Question. A tale reads like an old myth. Why do you think did Koirala choose to clothe a modern story in such an ancient way? Answer is, of course, a tale reads like an old myth. Koirala chose to clothe this modern story in such an ancient grave to show that from the very earlier time, man's attraction to woman. This story tells us that attraction between two opposite sexes that is something natural as well as essential from past to present in human life. Koirala argues that social life is far better than lonely life. The greater happiness can be achieved through domestic as well as social life than in penance. Though the story is like old myth, its theme is very modern. Most of the people want to achieve ecstasy and godhood even in the modern society, running away from the society. However, people who run away from family, friends, society can never achieve ecstasy and satisfaction in totality. Lonely life always goes with burden of pain, suffering and problems than peace, happiness and pleasure. Therefore, this story is moral to all we people living in the society. Thank you so much for watching. Until next time, goodbye. Keep learning. Jai Chandra Surya. Peace.